Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to try Hipster Brunch Stout. Now, not sure why, but I had to do that beginning like 3 times because I kept saying rye, Hipster Brunch Stout. So if I say rye in this, it's not rye, it's just the plain Hipster Brunch Stout. Now, this is the 2019 version. The last time I reviewed this was in 2017. This is no longer in production. I do think they make one every year. Maybe I've got a 2018 lying around and I just didn't drink it. But it didn't show that I had the 2018 version. So what this is, stout brewed with maple syrup, aged in bourbon barrels with coffee and bacon added. 12 ounces. I thought it did say, yeah, manufacturer's date 4/23/19, and this is 5/14/2020. So this is almost a year old. So the 2020 version should be out if they made it. Now, I know we are going through this Corona thing, so maybe they are behind, but we'll see. Now, the first thing off the bat, I guess I'll go, I didn't see the ABV on there. By Untapped, the 2019 version that somebody put in, 11% ABV, 69 IBUs. It says 12 ounces. And I don't know if maybe it's bad, but this beer is down to here. Usually they're up in here. Now, I do believe I sent one to Kyle at No Hype Beer Reviews, so you can go check his out. But I don't know if he looked at his. They do sit on the side in the refrigerator instead of standing up. But the thing I noticed when I pulled it out, that it is very low. So I don't know if this cap's on or if it was the end of a run or something, and it just didn't fill up. But it says 12 fluid ounces. I'm guessing that's not 12 fluid ounces. So let's go ahead and get this open, get it into an odd side glass. Good hiss. I'm guessing it was sealed. Good smoke coming off there. So go ahead and pour it in here. Haven't been to Odd Side in a while. Usually we do make it up there 2 to 4 times a year. But with this coronavirus going on, obviously we're not really leaving the house. And that's why I'm drinking all these stouts. It is starting to get warmer here in Michigan. And I was doing some of the stouts, which my guess is I'll put them out sometime in summer. But it's been really cold. We've had snow. Like, I've mowed my yard 4 or 5 times and we get snow. And then it'll warm up into 70s. Then it'll get back down into 30s and we'll have more snow. So I was like, hey, let's clean out the fridge of all these stouts and see what we get. This does have a good mocha chocolate colored head, which is surprising. With bacon, I would think from all the oils and grease in there that it would kill the head instantly. I don't know when they're putting in the bacon or what they're doing for the bacon, but for the most part, it is dying down a little, but we still have a head on there. About a quarter finger of head. Color is... So I just reviewed the One Well Imperial Stout. This looks close to it. I don't know if it's just the glass. This does look a smidgen darker, and I was gonna say it's black. But up in here, it looks exactly like that. You'll have to go back and watch that review. But I would say this is black. I do not see. Yeah, it's black. We're going with black. Let's go ahead and smell. Now, this has been sitting out about 45 minutes at this point. In my fridge upstairs, I took it out, put it on the counter. Condensation's on here because, like I said, it is starting to warm up. So upstairs, the bottles do get condensation on it when I pull them out. Let's smell. A little sweeter chocolate, roasted malt, coffee. The coffee is very low, but there is like a big, I shouldn't say big, a nice, sweet chocolate roasted malt character coming out. I'm going to stay away from bacon unless I taste it. It doesn't smell like bacon, but you know how that sweetness kind of reminds me of that. Uh, how like if it wasn't burnt to a crisp, if it was thick cut bacon and the fat part, if you kind of smelt that, it to me it's kind of sweet smelling because we do the thick cut bacon, we get the maple syrup version, and that's kind of the vibe it has. But if anything, I think that sweet chocolate really stands out in at least this one. I didn't check the 2017. I'll have to go back and watch that. But yeah, that sweet chocolate, like my brain goes straight to like a big chocolate dessert beer is what I'm thinking of in this one. Well, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and taste. Thick, good sweetness, good like semi-sweet milk chocolate in there. It almost tastes like cinnamon. Maybe it's the. It tastes like it's got cinnamon, like that very dark, almost burnt roasted malt is mixing with that chocolate sweetness in there, and it's almost like a holiday barrel aged stout. Very smooth, very thick. Sweetness on the back of the profile. Up front, you are getting, I wouldn't say metallic, but almost burnt roasted malt in there. Aftertaste is more of a sweeter chocolate than anything. I'm really not picking up any coffee. Now, this is over a year old, so maybe that coffee has died off. But I don't know what I gave the 2017 version, but this aged until 2020 Christmas, I think would be awesome. Um, I'm gonna kind of refer to the one well that was a bourbon barrel aged barrel of beans. Um, this tastes, you know, you don't really get that barrel, that oakiness from the barrel or the bourbon. It's more like they used a drier barrel and put more roasted malt in there. The bitterness isn't anything to speak about for 69 IBUs. Most stouts like this are going to be a little higher in IBUs just to balance it out. Um, but yeah, you're not getting that bitterness from the malts or chocolate. I'm just saying, I like this. I would probably have to go with a 4.5 out of 5 on this one. The only thing I would like to see, and again, this is over a year old, I would like to see where that coffee is and where that bacon is. What's that bacon doing? I know they make like baking sodas, pop, um, and I think adding bacon to me would bring out a lot of the bacon flavor. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's died off. I don't think even the 2017 version had bacon. So if we look at Untapped, three of my friends have checked us in 4.33%. 252 people have rated it, average 4.17 out of 5. So I am higher than them. But again, if they're looking at this as a big bourbon barrel aged beer, I'm gonna score it lower. They're gonna score, or I'm gonna score it higher when I don't get those tastes. Versus if that's what they're looking for, they're gonna score it lower because that barrel, that oakiness, bourbon isn't really there. But yeah, solid beer. So if you like this review, check some more craft beer reviews out over here. And until next time, happy brewing.